In Motorcycle Diaries, friends, I've not witnessed somebody dying, but friends of mine have died from AIDS. And there's a scene in Motorcycle Diaries where you as Che, the younger Che, have an asthmatic attack on the boat. And that's as close as I've ever seen in a fiction film to somebody depicting a near-death experience. I mean, I was really concerned. I mean, I looked at this character, and something about the way you do it. Describe that moment, how you did that, because I just felt it's one of the few times where death is almost never portrayed. Death and sex are very difficult to show authentically on screen. It's almost always fake in some way. But that really felt very real to me.
Oh, well, I think it's because I have asthma. And I think it's, I don't have a big, I mean, it's actually quite controlled. But when I was little, I suffered from asthma like 4 years or something like that. And so I kind of remember asthma, what happens with it, it's like there is and I'm amongst the 20% of the population in the world that suffer asthma. I mean, it's a big illness or condition that it is what happens when it gets it. I mean, you feel that you're gonna die. You feel that you're not gonna be able to breathe, and it's a horrendous experience that makes you that gives you a lot of puts you in panic, you know. And the same, I think, Ernesto Che Guevara, what most of the things he did, if I can get close to interpret why he did things, was because why he did the things he did was because he wanted to counteract this panic and this extreme fear that the near-death experience of having a chronic asthma attack gives you. He wanted to counteract it with having the same experience but in life, having the same cathartic experience of enjoying absolutely life and of loving people and of loving oneself and loving the land and experiencing and going all the way before it's too late. It makes you feel very aware of that there's a time limit and that there's more life than time. This gives you a kind of a very strong sense of doing the scene, and I definitely kind of remembered how it was to be when I had asthma attack. I never had an asthma attack that strong, never. But in those days in the jungle with no respirator. Exactly, with no inhaler, they didn't exist. They had to inject ephedrine, or in some cases adrenaline. So imagine how your heart became now. It was like, so it was worth going all the way, and just as he described it. And he suffered from intense asthma attacks all his life, terrible asthma attacks, and with that he made, even having that impossibility, he made more than what me and you and many of the people here have ever done. He changed the world. It's like, it's very inspiring in that sense.